looking like this? Tell me, am I looking like this? No, not at all.
Hey, what's going on, you beautiful people? My name's Tie-Dye. I hope you guys had a pretty awesome day today. My day's been pretty awesome so far. So in this video, what I want to do is talk about life after education and choosing a career. I've wanted to make this video for a while now. As you guys know, I've teased about it in other videos. I've never actually got around to doing it though, but I'm thinking now that I'm sitting down, I'm looking at the calendar and I'm about maybe 2.5 weeks away from moving out and going to college. I feel like there's no time like the present. I really have a lot of this stuff in my mind. I want to sit down, share my 2 cents on it all, and hopefully you guys can take something out of this. With that being said, I am not a motivational speaker. I'm not a life coach. Don't take it that way. This is just my opinion on the entire thing, and hopefully you guys can take something out of it. Maybe it'll change your opinion slightly, but I'm not really trying to, change your entire view on this. This is my 2 cents. If you have a different opinion, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Now, I'm also going to be borrowing a lot of these ideas from Jim Carrey. He had an amazing speech covering a lot of this stuff. I'll have it linked in the description below. I highly recommend watching it, but I want to borrow a few of those ideas for this video. Now, one of the main things when it comes to careers is stability. A lot of people just want something that is stable over everything else. They want something that they can, use to afford a house, a car, support their family, which is great. There's no reason you wouldn't want that kind of stuff, right? I mean, I definitely want to be able to sort of, have that kind of stuff in the future. Most people do as well. And obviously, stability is key when it comes to settling down and starting a family. But the thing is, people focus this way too much. And for me, and in my opinion, it's focused a little bit too much. It shouldn't be people's main concerns. When you look at the average job, you're working 5 out of 7 days a week, over 50% of your days at that job. That is most of your time alive at this job, right? You are spending most of your time away from your family, away from your house, at this job. And if you're not doing something that you love, I don't really understand that, because it's not like school, right, where every single year you sort of switch it around. You get different teachers, you get 2 months off in the summer. It's not like that. When you have a job, yes, you can switch around jobs, yes, you can be promoted to different positions, but you're doing that job. You can be doing the exact same thing every single day, 5 days a week, for like 7 years until you change something. If that's how it turns out, that's how it turns out. And you see this a lot with parents and friends. And for me specifically, I definitely see it with my parents and my parents' friends, where they're doing a job that they don't hate, but they don't enjoy it that much. And they won't say that they hate it, they won't say that they dislike it, but they just don't feel passionate about it. And you see it really burn them down. You see them get to this point where they come home and they're exhausted and they don't want to do anything, and they can't really use that stuff that they're, putting their money towards and being stable for. They can't really use it that well because they're just so tired by the time that they get home. Now, I can somewhat relate to this with my work. See, I don't hate my job. In fact, I actually like the people I work with, but the job itself is really not that great. I serve fast food to little kids at a kid park, right? So it gets really hot in there. It's not the funnest job. You feel disgusting when you leave because you're covered in oil. If you've ever worked fast food, you know exactly what it's like, right? Cranky customers and all that stuff. So I don't exactly hate this job, but by no means am I passionate about this job. And sometimes I sit there and I think about, if I had to do this job, even if I got paid extremely well, if I had to do this job to support a family, to, pay off bills and stuff like that, I could never do it. I would crack down. I could never do that 5 days a week every single day. It's just not my thing. I don't care for it. If I don't care for something, I mean, it's not like I can just exchange the time, like say I'm working 8 hours that day, just get 8 hours out of my life and get the money back without having to go there. I have to physically be there for 8 hours. And if I don't care about that place and I'm there for 8 hours, chances are I'm not going to be the happiest camper when I finally get home. I'm just going to want to sit around, do nothing, and be unproductive. So to be honest, I just don't understand why stability is valued more than doing what you actually want to do. Now, this is kind of weird, and this sort of relates to high school. I know I just talked about high school in the previous video, but a lot of people in high school, I saw they were choosing to go into career paths that they didn't actually feel too passionate about. And I could tell this, they could tell this, and you can always tell when you ask someone, are you excited about college or university? And their response is, yeah, I guess, that they're not really that excited, because this is something that you're spending literally tens of thousands of dollars on, and you're going to be spending the next, couple years of your life there to set up a career. And if you're not that excited for it, I don't really understand, why you're going there in the first place. And I feel like one of the main reasons this is because a lot of people, they sort of disguise fear as practicality. A lot of people are scared to do exactly what they want to, so they sort of say, hey, I don't know if I can do this, but I was good at social studies in high school. That's pretty practical for me. Maybe I can go out and do that. People often do disguise it. If you look at, a lot of the jobs that I would say most adults these days have, it's something that sort of settles like that. They're sort of settling. They don't hate their job. They might have been good at it in high school and they went into university for it and they got this job. So they don't hate it, but there's no way that they're truly passionate about it. And there are obviously exceptions. There are a lot of people who have jobs that they absolutely love, and I'm not trying to, sort of discourage those people, because hey, if you're doing exactly what you love, good for you. And some people love things that other people's hate, For example, I have a friend who is like head over heels for being a businessman. Like this guy, he was born to be an accountant. He was born to, work with stocks and money and all this different stuff. And me, I thought about it for a while. I thought I wanted to do that, but the chances, or the way that it turned out, is I actually didn't. I thought I did. I was being real with myself, and then I'm like, hey, I really do not want to go into this position. So for some reason, people often, they sort of fake to themselves what they want to do, and they end up doing the wrong thing. And the other thing that for some reason, I don't understand this, like I think I've been there before, but for some reason people just can't get over this, is people truly don't know what they want to do. And when people say they don't know what to do, I can't really sympathize with that, because I feel like deep down everybody actually knows what they want to do with their life. For example, there was this one girl, I don't know her too well, but she was in a Comtech class of mine, and she loves horses. Like she works with horses, she rides horses, she does all this stuff with horses. And the thing is, whenever someone asked her what she wants to do for a career, she would always respond with, I don't know. Like I have no idea what I want to do. And for me, I'm watching this and I'm just sort of like, but you love horses, like that is your passion. You know for a fact horses is like your favorite thing, like that's what you love to do. Why don't you find a way to do something with horses? Go into animal care. And I mean, like there's tons of jobs that involve horses, but for some people they look at that and they say that's not realistic, and they sort of disguise their fear with practicality and say that's not practical, I can't do that. Now what scares me is that people set themselves up in these positions where they go for something they're not super passionate about but they're okay with, because it's practical. Sort of like me, I used to think I wanted to be an accountant, like I said, and I was actually almost applying for accounting positions going into university and college. The scary thing is accounting is not easy by any means. You can't just jump into accounting or a business course and think it's going to be easy. So I could have easily failed at something that I didn't want to do. People do that all the time. They disguise fear as practicality, they go into something, and you can still fail at it. You can still be let go of jobs, you can still fail these programs, and I mean, if this is still an option for something you're settling for, why not try and do something that you're really passionate about? Because you can still fail at that too, but you can fail at things you don't want. Failure is always going to be an option, but chances are, if you enjoy something that much more, you're probably going to work at it that much more as well. At the end of the day, people just need to be real with what they truly want to do. Do what you want to do, because that's going to be your life, right? You are going to be working for 40 plus years, and yes, you can change your career, but the thing is, 40 years is like close to half of your life. You're supposed to live until about 85 years old. 40 or 40 plus years, depending on what you're doing, like that is most of your life. Like you are going to be working, so might as well do something that you want to do. And the thing is, I mean, for me, in my specific case, when I was applying for game design, my parents at first, they really didn't like that idea. They wanted me to go to university instead of college, because university is quote unquote more prestigious, even though college gets you more jobs. But the thing is, like, all the university courses were just so impractical in this field. Like I didn't want to do media studies because that's not going to help me at all. I went into game design because that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I feel like more people really need to do that. More people need to stand up for what they actually want to do, and not just sort of, tiptoe around it and say, hey, I kind of like this, maybe I'll go into this field. I don't know, guys. I just kind of wanted to make this video because I saw a lot of people in high school doing this. I saw a lot of people going into things that they weren't truly passionate about. And I don't want you guys to do the same thing. I want you guys to do exactly what you love. Because think about it, there are people out there who got jobs doing the stupidest things. There are people who are out there who are rich off of selling rubber duckies and just like pool noodles and weird stuff like that. Like if people can get rich off of that, you can do anything. There are so many options out there. You can get rich off of anything using the internet these days. Like seriously, if you're interested in fashion, you can make a t-shirt company online. I mean, you can really do like anything online these days. So guys, figure out what you want to do, be honest with yourself, and go for it. I truly think that anyone can get anything accomplished if they truly do put their mind to it. But anyways, guys, I've been rambling on this video for far too long. Hopefully you did enjoy it, though. A like on this video would be amazing. Comment your thoughts and subscribe if you're new here, guys. But once again, my name has been Tie-Dye. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.